All right, as promised, I am back. It's Kim in the SAV, Kim out of Savannah, Georgia, of BetterBodyCrew.com. And so, guys, okay, all right, this right here cracks me up. When I talk to people, and I speak to people every single day, y'all. Okay, the internet is so powerful. It can connect you with people around the world, and all you have to do is put your little Google voice number out there, and within seconds, you're talking to somebody you didn't know, and the conversations are always so intriguing to me. So here's the deal, guys. There is, like, there are so many people that try to find a way to, like, shortcut the shortcut, or scam and cheat and do different things, and especially as it relates to direct sales, MLM, whatever you want to call it, pyramid schemes. That's my favorite one. Especially as it relates to things like that, there are people who have this mentality that I'm not going to join one of those things so those people can make money off of me. Like, basically, like, in so many words, they'll tell you, like, I'm not going to let people pimp me, right? But then what they will do is I'm actually cutting a video. Give me 1 second. What they will actually do is they will join a quote unquote big leader with the thought process that they're going to pimp them. Yes. And it cracks me up, okay? So if you are not in MLM, I know some of this might go over your head, but just know this, that the whole deal with network marketing, the reason why a lot of people do it is because you have massive leverage. Instead of you just getting paid for your own efforts, you can get paid for other people's efforts, right? Now, a lot of people don't want somebody else to get paid off of them, but many people choose who they join in the business because they are thinking, oh, I'm going to get some of their cup that is overflowing. I'm going to get some of that overflow. Now, every company has a different structure to their comp plan. So I can't speak on every structure, but know this. If you are lazy, you will never get paid, no matter who you join. Now, if you are willing to put the work in, then yes, you should be strategic in who you join to a certain extent, right? So that, yes, you can benefit not only off of your efforts, but also the efforts of your leader. Let me talk about my company and why I think it is absolutely hilarious that people do this when they really don't understand how our compensation plan is structured. Because companies put in place things to prevent anybody from pimping another person, okay? All right, they put things in place for that, all right? So here's the deal. My company is structured in what's called a binary. That means there's only two places you can go, to the left or to the right. There's only two, we'll call them legs. One is your pay leg and one is your power leg. Now, see, a lot of people will join a big leader that they see on social media because they're like, oh, great, they hear this phrase, timing and positioning. So they're like, if I just position myself early enough at the right time within their organization, then I'll get spillover for them. And that is true to a certain extent, depending on where you fall. And you oftentimes don't know where you fall. Now, if you happen to fall on one of the legs, on the outside leg, and you do get spillover, which means literally you can sign up today and tomorrow have somebody underneath your organization that you don't know who's somewhere across the world, and you can literally get paid off of that person's efforts if you do certain things right. That can happen, okay? If you happen to fall on like a leg like that where you're receiving spillover, you're seeing people that you don't know, that you didn't put in the business, but you have the opportunity to get paid off of them, understand this. You actually won't get paid off of them until you do your part. Okay? And they have two things in my company. One is the pay leg and one is the power leg. The power leg is the strong leg. It's the leg with the huge volume. It's the leg where if you join a big leader, most likely the leg where you're getting that overage, where the cup is runneth over and it's trickling down to all the little people, and y'all just like, yes, give us the spillover. That's your power leg. But guess why they call the pay leg? Guess why they call the other leg the pay leg? Because it's the leg you get paid on. Isn't that cute? Isn't that intuitive? Doesn't that make sense? So you don't get paid on the power leg. You get paid on the pay leg. Guess who builds the pay leg? You. you. So guess what that means? If you join this huge leader who's rocking and rolling, they popping and locking, they dipping and doing it, right? If you join this huge leader and you happen to fall on the outside of their leg where you are receiving spillover, you log into your back office and you're seeing all these people in Jamaica and Africa and all these countries that you don't know because you're getting spillover from all the leaders above you. That's wonderful. You can have 50,000 in volume. Shoot, you can have 1 million in volume on that leg, but that's your power leg. That's your power leg, okay? So you got to look at your pay leg. If you got 1 million volume on your power leg and on your pay leg you got 40, guess what you get paid on? 40. It is absolutely hilarious to me when people be like, I joined this big leader and I thought I'm just waiting on the money. Well, baby, you're going to be waiting forever, like Cardi B say, right? You're going to be waiting forever because that's not how it works. You cannot think that you can come into this vehicle as a lazy person and just get rich quick or get rich slow. You're not going to get rich, period, if you don't do the dang on work, okay? And just like you don't want somebody to pimp you, these companies have it in place that you can't pimp somebody else either. If you really are silly enough as an adult to think that you are going to join a leader and then sit back and just say, y'all send me my check. Let me make sure my address right. Just log into your back office to check your address and wait on your check. Then you're going to be waiting forever. And this is where a lot of the disappointment comes in, guys, because people do not understand business. They don't understand. That's my girl, Keely Taylor. Look at her. She said, can't be lazy. That's right. Won't get rich, period. With the T, okay? With the T, all right? Like the city girls. And you will not. And it cracks me up when I speak to people who are pissed that they haven't gotten their check yet just because they joined a big leader. And I'm like, what work did you do? They didn't do no work. Well, what's your pay leg looking like? Oh, they don't even know. They don't even know what I'm talking about. And here's the other thing about the pay leg and the power leg. Guess what? If you don't do certain things, all that volume where the cup is just runneth over, right? Where it's just trickling down. All that volume, it can go away if you don't do certain things to be qualified. See, MLM companies are able to pay so much money to certain people because the majority of people have no clue what they're doing. The majority of people haven't studied the comp plan. The majority of people are not doing the work. The majority of people are leaving money on the doggone table. That's why they're able to pay so much money to a few. Because the masses are just leaving money all over the place. The masses are not really thinking that this is a true business. The masses are not committed to doing half the work for themselves that they do for someone else on their job. The masses are not committed to learning the skill sets that it takes to go out there and become a person of value so that people will happily and thankfully exchange the money that they have in their hand for the value of the products that you have in yours. It's really just that simple. But I'm really tired of people getting an attitude because they didn't get rich because they joined somebody they saw on Instagram or they joined somebody they saw on Facebook. It's not that person's fault. It's your fault because you didn't do a dang on thing. So you can think that you can just take advantage of timing and positioning and lock your spot and do nothing if you want to. Baby, you're going to have another thing coming. You're going to have a whole nother thing coming. And the more I do this profession, the more I study the profession as a whole, the more it just cracks me up. Like, people have a beautiful thing right in front of them. And if they put a little bit of effort into learning about it, they could really just accelerate their progress toward their goal of retiring early, being financially free, setting their family free, doing so many things, not only for their family, but for tons of families all over the world. But simply because they are trying to shortcut the friggin' shortcut, they leave this industry oftentimes jaded, calling it a pyramid scheme. calling it a scam and everything under the book simply because they didn't understand it. They never took the time to learn it. And yeah, it's quite sad. But again, for people like me, I don't stress myself. I'm not stressed or pressed about any of those people because I already know the deal. I can tell everything about the effort you put into your business by what you say and how you say it. And so many people are speaking the language of trying to spend more time and effort into gaming the system instead of actually learning the game and playing to win. Don't be one of them people. It's not worth it. And if you are, don't cry, woe is me. Woo, 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 because you didn't even do the work, okay? I got some text messages coming in. All right, well, anyway, guys, I hope this made sense to you. Let me know what you think about what I just said. Leave a comment below. If you're watching on YouTube, I want you to hit that subscribe button and bang the bell to the right, ding dong, so every time I upload a new video, you'll be the first to know. And if you are on Facebook, I want you to hit follow and see first if you enjoy this and want to be a part of my later broadcast. All right, y'all. Thank you so much, guys, for all the information that you give me for me to come and do these great videos and address these topics and clear the air, because I am the air clearer. All right. Bye, y'all.